Energy Update December 2020. In what can feel like a multi-layered grand final to the year 2020, the month of December offers a dichotomy of experiences, particularly during the time span between 1212 to 1221. The universe often refers to this time each year as the 1212 gateway, during which time high vibrational photon energy enters the atmosphere from the central sun to further activate dormant DNA strands. This activation process is the transition from the destiny of physical matter toward the new horizon of human being as light body consciousness. Throughout this process, it equally amplifies the attributes of the soul you have been cultivating along your journey, such as love, faith, peace, compassion, cooperation, mercy, and unity, while also manifesting core wounds and imbalances into magnified expression for greater reflection and resolve. As is usually the case, you are most likely feeling a bit of both, revisiting the core wounds that have shaped the pain of your inner personal narrative, as well as experiencing breakthroughs of renewed energy, clarity, and capacity that lets you know the next highest version of self is ready to be born within you. Such oscillations of energy make it purposefully difficult for the ego to either identify with each spiritual high or define itself by any low point. This is because things are changing too quickly, whether within or throughout, to make any type of conclusion about any of it. This helps to lessen the grip of perfectionism, so the tendency of working hard to get it right can make way for a more authentic relationship with the new holy trinity of source, self, and situation. During this time of amplification, when highs and lows seem to shift at a rather spontaneous rate, it becomes a perfect opportunity to practice the art of detachment. In the art of detachment, you must either the courage or resignation to release the need for things to be one way or another. In order to know that you are okay exactly as you are, as attachment lets go in you, an awareness grows of a primordial depth of centeredness existing within the 0 point field of your infinite centerless being. This is much like releasing a deeply held grip from off the side of a swimming pool as a way of discovering your inherent ability to float. Those who are ready to be released from needing things to be one way or another and release the tendency to define oneself, either positively or negatively, by the ever changing landscape of experience, will be able to embody this expansion sooner and over longer durations of time. They will discover themselves as the living nature of eternal connection without always requiring externalized forms of nature as connecting points. This shift, no matter how suddenly or slowly it dawns in your reality, allows for an ever rejuvenating centeredness that remains naturally present and centered in response to the inner changes of others or the external shifts of the world. In an evolutionary process where no person will ever be left behind, each of us will be entering this experience of immovable, centerless being in our own unique time frame. That in and of itself creates as perfect opportunity of practicing the art of detachment, despite wanting to know when a deeper letting go will happen, or how much time must be spent oscillating back and forth in the in-between stages. For those whose grip of attachment is not ready to be loosened any further, the revisiting of core wounds that created the instinct of gripping will be experienced as heightened emotional triggers, miscommunications, and sensitivities towards the unconscious activities and reactions of others. It is undoubtedly a time where any degree of human conditioning will be played out in an amplified fashion, as will be the reactions and judgments of those on the receiving end of unconscious behavior, all of which gives humanity as a whole, along with every individual traversing their own unique journey, the opportunity to face the root cause of the inner gripping, so to release tendencies of control in exchange for a depth of serenity that survives each ebb and flow without a personal story to project or hide behind. To help you make your way through this sacred 1212 gateway into greater communion with the truths of your immovable centerless being, please repeat the following words out loud. I accept each and every gift of expansion awakening within me during this sacred 1212 gateway, in being a co-creative participant in my journey of evolution. I invite the universe to help me let go of needing things to be one way or another, so I may find my true centeredness in the 0 point field of immovable centerless being that always dwells within me. In knowing it so, I hereby release attachments to fear, anger, and judgment, to acknowledge the oscillating play between ego and soul existing in all beings, including myself. I accept that I can only be triggered by anyone's ego when rooted in the patterning of my own conditioning, just as I can only admire and appreciate the qualities of anyone's soul as evidence of the soul in me. In knowing each and every human being is navigating the uniqueness of their own paths from ego to soul, I allow the 0 point field of immovable centerless being to guide me forward, offering viewpoints rooted in the heart of compassion to help me hold space for the integration of human conditioning by being more aligned with the light of my soul. I still will like what I like, and it's okay that I dislike what I dislike. But from this space of renewed clarity, I acknowledged a greater play of transformation without a need to judge and condemn, a sacred healing process occurring in the lives of all. May this moment of renewal create space for deeper healing in me. As I hold loving sacred space for the healing occurring in others, no matter how anyone reacts along the way. Thank you, beloved universe, for releasing me from the bondage of fear, anger, and judgment for the ascension of Mother Earth and the greater good of all. And so it is. May this auspicious time of activation, triggering, purging, and any degree of inner examination bring you into greater communion with the invincibility of spirit by meeting each moment exactly as it is, with less and less attachment to outcome. No matter how desperately you wish for different versions of self, others, to fast track any part of the process, may it be a time of slowing down, spending time in the solitude of inner reflection, and allowing all that no longer serves you to be melted away by the flames of grace, undoubtedly. December is a month to welcome the days of control, as each and every fight with life or negotiation with time is laid to rest, bringing to life the world of inspired change you wish to see, made manifest into form by the radiant light you shine. On behalf of the universe, thank you for being here, undergoing your own radical process of awakening and holding space for a rebirthing humanity and 5D Earth plane that is making its presence known one breeze at a time. All for light, all for life, all for love. Matt Khan. Thank you.